in the equation ax plus by plus cz equals d, the coefficients a, b, c give us actually a normal vector to the plane. So that's why, in fact, what matters to us mostly is finding the normal vector. And in particular, if you remember last time, I explained something about how we can find normal vector to the plane if we know points in the plane. Namely, we can take the cross product of two vectors contained in the plane. Okay, so let's just do an example to see if we completely understand what's going on. So let's say that I give you the vector with components 1, 2, negative 1, and I give you the plane x plus y plus 3z equals 5. So do you think that this vector is parallel to the plane, perpendicular to it? Neither? Okay, I'm starting to see a few votes. Okay, so I see that most of you are answering number 2. This vector is perpendicular to the plane. There are some other answers too. Well, let's try to figure it out. Okay? So let's do the example. Say V is 1, 2, negative 1, and the plane is x plus y plus 3z equals 5. So let's just draw, that plane anywhere. It doesn't really matter. Let's first get a normal vector out of it. Well, to get a normal vector to the plane, what I will do is I will take the coefficients of x, y, and z. So that's 1, 1, 3. Okay, so 1, 1, 3 is perpendicular to the plane. How do we get all the other vectors that are perpendicular to the plane? Well, all the perpendicular vectors are parallel to each other. Okay, so that means that they are just obtained by maybe multiplying this guy by some number. Okay, 2, 2, 6, for example, would still be perpendicular to the plane. 1 half, 1 half, 3 halves is also perpendicular to the plane. But now, see, these guys are not proportional to each other. So V is not perpendicular to the plane. So it's not perpendicular to the plane. Being perpendicular to the plane is the same as being parallel to its normal vector. Now, what about testing if V is instead parallel to the plane? Well, it's parallel to the plane if it's perpendicular to n. Well, let's check that. So let's try to see if it's perpendicular to n. Well, let's do V dot n. That's 1, 2, negative 1 dot 1, 1, 3. You get 1 plus 2 minus 3. That's 0. So yes. So if it's perpendicular to n, means maybe it's somewhere like that. it's actually going to be parallel to the plane.